Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing good today. Well, today I'm going to show you the results of my potato towers. I think it's pretty much done growing. And I made a video, it was the middle of April, and I talked about some of the problems that people have with potato towers. And I was going to try to correct some of these, and I was really wanting to get some nice big potatoes. So we're going to find out today. Now, the three problems, one of them is how you water them. How do you get water down to this lower level? Because potatoes, they do need a lot of water. And so I'm going to show you what I did to try to fix that. And then another one was nutrients. And if you watch some of these videos, and I haven't seen a lot of them, but it seems like they don't put enough soil, compost, whatever they're using for the amount of seed potatoes that they're growing. So what I did was on each level, I only used 3 potatoes. And I've got a video on that, on how I planted this. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description so you can see exactly what I did. But then the other one, this is something, I'm not for sure how this got started, but people seem to think or try to tell you that you can plant a potato way down here and then have it grow up and just keep adding dirt or whatever, and you're going to get potatoes through this whole thing. Well, you're not. That is not how a potato grows. Even an indeterminate, which actually grows a little bit taller, you know, from the roots up, and that's where your potatoes grow off of, it just isn't going to work. Don't believe that. So what I did to try to correct that was I did 2 layers. And so the problem with going more than 2 layers is now you're creating a lot of weight. And so I used just garden out of my soil mixed with pig manure and I think some rabbit manure. But the more weight you put on it, then potatoes are going to have a harder time getting bigger. So I only did 2 layers because, again, I'm wanting to try and get big potatoes. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to, flip this over, but I'm going to show you what I did for watering. And whatever, you're going to see some ugly here. Some stuff I wasn't real happy with, but I'm going to show you exactly how this came out. So hold on just a second. Okay, so why this happened, I'm not for sure, but you can see this top layer, it's dying off. It's going to be dead, But they didn't actually start growing maybe a month after the bottom layer did. You can see how much more dead that bottom layer is. So I just couldn't explain. At first, I didn't even think that top layer was going to grow at all. Now, watering, what I did, I just cut a hole, and this is above where I planted the potatoes. And I would put my water in like that, thinking that if I could have it back in there more, I could get more water back where the potatoes were growing. Well, here's what happened. It actually, the potato, this one did grow, but it actually kind of pushed it out, and that's, it's been out in the sun so long, you're not going to be able to eat it. But I did it this way just to show everybody that I tried it this way, and this is what happened. I didn't want to try to make it out like that was a great idea because, maybe it wasn't. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over and see how many potatoes we actually got. So I don't know how, when I pull this over, if it's all just going to stay there or what. So we're just going to give it a try. But one thing I did fail to mention is I never amended the pH in this too. And like my potato bag, I think that was important. pH for a potato, in order for it to take in as much nutrients as it can, the pH has to be right. And so that could really kind of go against me here. So let's go ahead and pull on this and see what happens. Okay, so we'll go ahead and dig through here. And I put a tarp down because I do want to save my soil. I'm gonna recondition, you know, this soil, but I want to get some raised beds, but I wouldn't want to use this particular soil here for potatoes again, because you wouldn't want diseases and things like that when you reuse your soil over and over again for the same plant. So I would have to watch that. Now, I'm not seeing a lot of potatoes here. Okay, so it looks like I got one more down there. This is about all I got. So we'll go ahead and I'll tell you what I think happened and what I'm going to do next year. So what you seen there was pretty much what I got. I'm going to dig through it because, as I said earlier, I am going to save that dirt and use it in a raised bed next year. I'll just have to be careful not use it for potatoes. But I really don't think I'm going to find a whole lot more in there. Now, I have had viewers make comments and say they've had real good success with potato towers. So please, leave a comment and let me know what you're doing different than what I did, what I tried to do to, you know, solve some of the problems that I've seen with potato towers. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm probably never going to use a potato tower again. If you have a small space where you can't put in a regular garden, you're going to be better off using a 5-gallon bucket or a grow bag, something like that. For all the effort and the time that I put in to this potato tower to get this, and you know, I've got some damage there in a couple of them. I could have done a lot of buckets or grow bags. So to me, it's just not worth it. But let me know what you think. Now, if you like the video, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it, and I do appreciate you taking your time to watch these videos. Well, that's it. I'll talk to you later. You have a good night. See ya.